Spectrum.
Natalie and Isaac here.
Welcome back to another Noise News show.
First things first, we would like to congratulate our September Middle School Students of the Month.
Each month, 2 students are selected based on school performance, character, social relationships, etc.
The winners for 6th grade are Asher Nugamanov and Reagan Walschlager.
Our 7th grade winners are Jeremy Jediji and Daisy Haynes.
Finally, our 8th grade winners are Eric Wells and Megan Underwood.
Congratulations to those star students. Keep up the good work.
And to our driving students, make sure you pick up your parking permits if you haven't already.
Starting on October 4th, if you haven't yet purchased your permit, an additional charge will be added to the permit cost. Make sure you avoid that fee.
Now let's move on to our first story of the year, our 2021 homecoming.
Hey, that's my story.
I know, Isaac, you've mentioned it. Let's send it over to Isaac, Arik, and Emma.
Homecoming is something we look forward to every year, and this year, lots of memories were made.
I loved it. It was amazing. I really enjoyed the game and then coming to the dance afterwards. And the songs were great, the setup was great, food was great, everything was perfect. It was like planned perfectly, organized perfectly. It was great.
All of homecoming is split into 3 parts: Pet Fest, the football game, and the dance. The setup of all this, though, is no easy task.
There's a lot of things that go into the homecoming dance, especially since it's like coronation and pep fest and stuff like that.
We met a few times in the morning each week for student council just to share all of our ideas, and then we had to contact and have lots of communication with Miss Picker and with the administration.
The dance especially takes a lot of time and planning to set up.
So we started setting up for the homecoming dance this year at around 7:30ish, and we went till it started at 9. Doors opened at 9, started at 9:30. So we needed about 2 hours, and we probably could have used more, but yeah, around 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that.
Decorations and chaperones were 2 of the most important things student council needed to figure out in order to have a dance.
Mainly it's decoration. There's a lot of stuff that needs to get done before we have a bunch of people here, and chaperones. We need to make sure we have chaperones before we try to have a dance.
Another thing our student council members have to consider is the theme.
We all had to brainstorm some ideas, and then a common theme throughout all of our ideas was a decade dance, and then we decided on 70s because we didn't want to give the teachers the satisfaction of an 80s dance.
And the dance isn't the only part of homecoming. Another big event is the Pet Fest. The Pet Fest this year was filled with fun games and events. One of those events was the trivia game with a delicious consequence for a wrong answer. Some other events were coronation, the band, and the choir. Homecoming this year was a blast, and we can't wait for next year. This has been Arik, Emma, and Isaac, Noise News. Amazing story, me.
Yes, Isaac, great story.
Thank you.
Well, let's move on to something more special with Ben and Layla.
I can't wait to see how they top their U.S. citizenship test segment, so let's throw it over to them.
That is correct. You have earned $1. Greetings, Spectrum, and welcome back to the first Spectrum Feud. It is another episode of The Game Show. And today will be Family Feud themed. How it's gonna work is I have 3 participants. I'll ask each of them 1 question, and they'll have 15 seconds to give 3 answers. We'll add up the points given by the survey for each answer, and whoever has the highest points gets the best prize. All right, Ethan Evans, introduce yourself.
I am Ethan Evans. Thank you.
Great. Your question is, name something specific for which people want quick relief.
Pain. Steering wheel. Leg.
All right, pain, steering wheel, and leg. Number 5 for 2 points. Pain, steering wheel, is not on the survey. I'm sorry. And leg. That's close enough to a stomach ache. That's another 3 points. You have earned 5 points total. You can redeem these points in the point store and earn 1 Greetings, Spectrum, and welcome back to The Feud. I'm your host, Ben Pooley, and we got our second participant right here. Introduce yourself for us.
My name is Sam.
Anything else you'd like to tell us?
No.
Amazing. All right, Sam, are you ready for your question?
Yes, sir.
If you were running from a vampire, name something you wish you had.
A bat, a gun, a hammer.
That's 3. A bat, a knife. Wait, it was a bat, a gun, and a hammer, right?
Yeah.
Bat is not on the survey. I am so sorry. A gun is number 4 for 7 points. And the hammer, right?
Yeah.
Is not on the survey. I am sorry. You've earned 7 points. These will be redeemable in our point shop. With
Okay.
that, you can buy a whole segment on Noise News without getting interrupted by a train.
Okay. That sounds pretty nice.
Great segment, you guys.
Absolutely. Is it just me, or is it really hot in here? I'm starting to work up a sweat.
Maybe you're just nervous?
No?
Sure, okay.
Well, you know what else works up a sweat? Sports.
Oh yeah, let's send it over to Kaylana with sports.
That was good.
Go.
Hello Spectrum, Kaylana here with the sports for this week. Starting off later today, there's a varsity cross country meet versus Becker at Becker High School. Volleyball is playing Howard Lake Waverly Winstead here at Spectrum. C team and JV are at 5:30 while varsity is at 7. Girls varsity soccer is going to sting the Brooklyn Center Centaurs at the Spectrum Athletic Complex. They are playing at 7. Wednesday, girls soccer is facing Pack Charter at the Spectrum Athletic Complex at 4:15. On Thursday, middle school football has a team against St. Croix Lutheran at the Spectrum Athletic Complex at 5. Meanwhile, boys soccer will play against Princeton. JV at 5 and varsity at 7. Volleyball has a game away against Legacy Christian Academy with C and JV at 5:30 and varsity at 7. Friday, girls varsity soccer is playing North Lakes Academy at the Spectrum Athletic Complex at 4:15. Hoka hey! Varsity football is playing St. Croix Lutheran at the Spectrum Athletic Complex at 7. Now get ready to cheer on your Spectrum sports team. Go Sting! Now back to you, Isaac and Natalie.
Wow, a lot of sports for this week. Make sure to go out and cheer on your fellow Spectrum students. We've got another piece of information for you guys.
Yeah, make sure not to show up to school early on Monday. We'll be starting at 8:40.
Speaking of early, we better finish this up or we're gonna be late.
Well, that's all the news we have for you this week.
This has been Natalie,
And Isaac.
keeping you
And
in on the noise. I feel like if you didn't have ice cream as a child, you probably are
would be
going to
horrible.
be, yeah.
Noise.
What?
This has been not a good shooting day.
Great, but guess what? We still have positive attitude. Let's
Let's go! I want to hide. Natalie, I heard you were the new noise person. Okay. Run!
Great special news. In on the noise.